All right, so you've probably seen the announcement. Red added the Z mount from Nikon to the Komodo X and the Raptor X. And why does that matter? So you've probably seen the news. It's been going around all over social media. There's been some videos about it. Red has announced the Z mount for the Komodo X and the Raptor X. And it's kind of awesome in my opinion, and there's a couple reasons why. I know there's a lot of people saying, oh, that's just Nikon taking over. Yes, Nikon is taking over in a good way. One of those ways is the mount itself is way more adaptable to different lens mounts than RF ever was. One of those examples is you can actually adapt to Sony. So lenses like this that I love that are Sony, this is the SLR Magic 21mm 1.6 T-stop. Gorgeous lens. I love this lens and have used it on my Sony cameras, but I wish I could use it on my Komodos. And so now with the Z mount, they can make adapters that go from Z mount to E mount, and you can use this kind of lens. So I think it is a better option than RF. Now, if you bought into the whole RF line, yeah, that's a different story because there isn't a lot of conversion for RF. They're pretty proprietary to their thing. But to be honest, I don't own a single RF lens. I never bought into the RF system. I usually stay EF or PL, which is a more common mount for cinema cameras. So you can adapt Z to EF and Z to PL and Z to E, no problem. So honestly, it is a great lens mount, and they're already coming out with adapters to do that. The second thing is, with this update, you're gonna get a lot of the Nikon tech inside of it. There's been some videos posted with autofocus testing done with Nikon lenses, and the autofocus looks amazing. Now, going through an adapter, yeah, that might be a different story. Honestly, different adapters work great on all of the brands of cameras. There's loads of adapters, and some work with autofocus, some don't. So it just depends on your adapter there. But the autofocus is looking better and better. I personally don't use autofocus for my cameras, but if that's something that you do, you're going to like the updates that are coming from Nikon. And then lastly, honestly, the Nikon glass is stunning. One of my favorite projects I ever filmed was using vintage Nikon lenses. I used to own Nikon cameras and use Nikon lenses, and honestly, their lensing is stunning. So the ability to use Nikon glass now on your reds is actually pretty sick that you can do it natively. The project that I filmed, we used Nikon vintage glass, converted it to EF, and then had EF mounts on our Gemini cameras. So that's how we were able to do that. But using all the new modern lenses is going to be amazing. And even I'm intrigued by their new 28 to 135mm lens. That's their first like cinema lens, I guess. I'm intrigued. That looked awesome. I would love to get my hands on it and test it out and see how well that lens looks. It's obviously in that range of like a 24 to 105 or 17 to 120, but cinema, which could be amazing. So for me, the new Nikon Z mount on the Komodo X and the Raptor X is honestly a good thing. It's moving in the right direction. We knew this was going to happen, and I'm stoked to see that things are happening as quickly as they are. I'd love to hear your thoughts though. If you have thoughts about it and pros, cons, whatever, leave them in the comments below. I always love hearing what you guys have to say about it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.